The Chinese Communist Party, for decades and decades with impunity, have been exploiting U.S. visa systems and other programs that we've been using with academic institutions. They've been doing it to advance the Communist Chinese Party. They've been doing it to advance espionage and steal our intellectual property.
So the Trump administration is trying to crack down on Chinese student visa holders. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the State Department will begin to aggressively revoke visas of any students connected to the Chinese Communist Party and will ramp up vetting of new visa applicants. This week there were reports a Chinese Communist Party spy tried to infiltrate Stanford University disguised as a student. DHS says there are 277,000 Chinese students in the U.S. last year versus just 800 American students studying in China. Let's bring in Gordon Chang, Gatestone Institute Senior Fellow and author of China is Going to War. Gordon, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks, John.
277,000 Chinese students in the United States. Is there any way to know how many of them are legitimately trying to, further their education?
That's difficult to ascertain, but we do know from surveys that about 13% of Chinese students have committed acts of espionage against the U.S. And we got to remember that China's 2017 national intelligence law requires them to spy if they receive a demand. And more important, the Communist Party's top-down system means that no Chinese national can disobey an order from the party. So China has weaponized students in this country. And by the way, there are Chinese consular officials, Ministry of State security agents who coerce, monitor, and surveil Chinese students while they're on our soil.
Well, and they had Chinese police stations established right here in the United States. That was only recently uncovered.
Yes, and although the FBI was great, they closed down one of them, the one in Chinatown in New York. The Daily Caller and New York Post reporting says that there are about 7 to 9 more in the United States, and they're spread across the country.
The White House, Secretary Rubio has taken a lot of heat for revoking or threatening to revoke the visas of some of these Chinese students. You say it's about time.
Yes, I mean, people say this is drastic, and I agree it is drastic. But the point is we need drastic action because what we've been doing for the past decade clearly has not worked. We know that China steals about $500 billion of U.S. IP a year. This is a national emergency, and things that have been done by previous administrations clearly have not staunched the blood flow. So clearly what we need to do is something drastic, and I'm glad that Secretary Rubio took those actions.
Yeah, just the designs of China's fighter plane that they called the something 35. I've forgotten what exactly.
J-35.
The J-35. It's a direct ripoff of our F-35.
Yes, and many of their other military planes are direct copies as well.
Because they're stealing that kind of intellectual property, which is very, very frightening if they're able to get into the computers of some of our biggest defense suppliers. So the president, says we respect the Chinese people, but we're not going to let their government continue to take advantage of us. Is this a real turning point, do you think, in our relationship with Beijing?
I think so, because when you go back to Secretary Hegseth's comments a few hours ago, they were very different from his predecessors. We no longer have a lot of this flowery language about trying to get along with the Communist Party. Hegseth was very clear. He said that the threat could be imminent, and he's absolutely right. And I'm glad that he said that. But I'd like to see the Defense Department take actions which correspond with a perception of imminent threat. Because anything can happen at any time, John. When we see what's happening inside the Chinese regime, it looks volatile, it looks dangerous. And they could lash out very, very fast and take us by surprise.
We have some of what the defense secretary had to say in Singapore. Take a listen.
It's public that Xi has ordered his military to be capable of invading Taiwan by 2027. There's no reason to sugarcoat it. The threat China poses is real, and it could be imminent. We hope not, but it certainly could be.
So you say we need more of that kind of talk out of Washington?
Yes, because I think there is not a perception, despite what they say about 2027 and the use of the word imminent, we're not seeing the Defense Department and we're not seeing other agencies of the federal government act as if the threat is imminent. You know, we've had all of these Chinese incursions into our military bases, all this illicit surveillance of our infrastructure. It's clearly that they're planning to strike. They're looking at our patterns, they're studying our vulnerabilities, and that means we're going to be hit on our own soil. So there's all sorts of things that we need to take care of right away. And we need a better sense of, a more sense of urgency in what we do.
And some of that spying that you refer to is done by Chinese university students studying here in the United States. Gordon Chang.
A lot of it is, John.
All right. Gordon, good to talk to you. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.